Today I'm going to be making a recipe called Favorite Pancakes. This is a great recipe. I hope you try it out. It's a tried and true recipe. I've been using it for years and it's really good. So let's go through the ingredients. You're going to need 1 egg, 1 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of regular vegetable oil, 1 cup of flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and half a teaspoon of salt. Here are all the ingredients, so let's get started. Alright, let's take our egg, crack the egg, and get that in our bowl. I always like cracking it in here so that if you get a shell, it's just easier to get out. You don't want it in your main bowl. Let's just whisk that up a little bit. You can use a hand blender, hand mixer if you want as well. But I just find it easier to do this. Let's add in our milk now. Add in our sugar. I'm going to add in that's the baking soda. I'll add in the baking powder. And the salt. Add in the flour. This is a really simple recipe, but it produces really good results. Pop in the oil. And that is it. That is it for the batter. What I like to do is let this sit for a good 10 minutes so that the baking powder really starts to activate in the batter. So that's it for this part, and then we're going to head over to the stove and we'll continue on there. So what I've done here is I've got my pancake batter ready. I've got the element set at 4. I don't want to have it too high because you don't want to burn your pancakes. Let's just take a little thing here and pour it in, and then just let it go. And we're going to watch this. We'll do this in real time just to see actually how long it takes. After you've poured the pancake batter, you're going to notice that you're going to start getting bubbles, and you want to really look for those bubbles. They're going to start at the exterior or the around the edges first, and then you'll start seeing them come in at the middle. And once they start popping, just before they start popping, that's when you want to flip it. So we're just going to wait a little longer. See, we're seeing a couple here that are just starting to pop. So I'm going to get my spatula ready. And about right there. See, now they're starting to pop. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to flip it. And there we go. If you have your stove too high, you can burn the pancake before it actually sets. So just keep it, medium. So I've got it on number 4 on my stove. Anyway, so that looks pretty good. The second side always is faster than the first side. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to take it off and I'm just going to place it on my plate. And we'll do it again. And what I'll do is I'll move the camera, and on my third pancake, what I'll do is I'll zoom in a little bit so we can actually see the pancake a little better. So we get it on there. This is real time, so we can actually see what's going on. You can see the bubbles now starting to form. And very quickly they start coming in through the middle as well. And it seems that after a while the pancakes seem to go quicker than at first. I'm going to say right now that this is ready to flip. And look at that, perfect again. So we'll let that one go. So what I'll do is I'll get my camera set up a little closer and we'll continue on. I'll just flip that one, take it off rather. There we go. And I'll stop the video here and we'll come back in a second. Alright, we're back. So I'm going to grab a little bit more here, the same kind of scoop that I just was using, and we'll pop that down. I've zoomed in quite a bit here, so let's see. Whoop, I'm a little bit off here. Let me just bring this down a little bit. And we'll watch in real time. We can see the bubbles forming. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flip it. And there we go, another perfect pancake. So let's drop that down in the middle. And we'll let it go. And let's zoom in on this so we can actually see what's going on. You can see the bubbles are starting to form around the edges, and now they're starting already in the middle. And you can see now they're starting to pop. And right about then, you know that it's time to flip it. You don't want to leave it too long because you can start burning the pancake or have it darker brown than you really want to. I'm going to flip it right now, and there we go, another perfect pancake. My stove element is at number 4. We don't want it too hot, otherwise we're going to burn the pancakes. And as it goes, it seems that the pan always gets warm, gets hotter. Anyway, let's watch this and see what's happening here. So you can see the bubbles. And we're going to check it. We can start seeing the bubbles now. They're starting to burst. All in here. You can see them bursting. And it's almost time to flip it. And I'd say now it's time to flip. So now we take it and flip it over. And there we go, another perfect pancake. What's great about making pancakes is there are no rules. You can make them as large or as small as you want. So let's say I wanted to make a large one. I could just take 2 scoops and pop that on there. And let that go. So again, we're going to wait for the bubbles. The bubbles are really appearing now. They're starting to burst. And it's almost ready to flip. And I'd say right now I'm ready to go. So I'm going to flip it over and let's see, there, another perfect pancake. Alrighty, now like I was saying, there are no rules. So let's say we're making pancakes for kids. First of all, instead of using the ladle that we were using, let's just use a little tablespoon measure. And we'll do some smaller ones. So we'll grab a little bit, put it down, 1, 2, 3. And we'll let that go. That one there is ready to go, so let's flip that one first. There we go. Perfect, look at it. There we go. Alright, so let's go to the other side of the spectrum. Let's say somebody wants a really big pancake. So what you can do is you can use a large ladle and just grab some stuff and pour it in there. And there we go. If you want to make a pancake larger and you don't want it as thick, you can just slowly just move it around a little bit like that. Look at the size of that pancake. That's a pretty big pancake. You can see the bubbles are already forming quite rapidly here because I've thinned it out. And we'll just wait a little bit for this. A few more seconds. I'll just move my bowl out of the way. And I'd say it's almost ready. and we'll just go underneath and flip it. And there we go, another perfect pancake. And that is how you make pancakes. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.